Superman has long been celebrated as the most powerful hero in comic book history, but a new storyline is shining a spotlight on something far more dangerous than his Kryptonian strength. In the recently introduced Absolute Superman arc, the Man of Steel's greatest vulnerability is revealed to be not kryptonite, but a deeply human impulse that fans may find unsettling. For decades, Superman has embodied the ideals of justice, morality, and self-control, yet this latest narrative reminds readers that even he can struggle with the very impulses that define humanity. The storyline explores the idea that Superman's overwhelming power is balanced only by his constant restraint. Unlike villains who wield their abilities without hesitation, Superman has always maintained a strict code, ensuring that he never crosses the line between heroism and tyranny. However, Absolute Superman reveals the cracks in that self-control. The arc suggests that beneath his noble exterior, Superman battles an impulse toward anger and domination, an instinct that arises when he feels his loved ones or the world itself are threatened. Writers have emphasized that this impulse does not make Superman less heroic, but instead more complex. He is a character who must continually choose restraint, even when the temptation to unleash his full strength becomes overwhelming. In the new story, readers witness moments where Superman's anger comes dangerously close to eclipsing his compassion. The drama lies not in whether he can defeat enemies, but in whether he can master himself. This framing positions the Man of Steel as someone whose greatest battles are internal rather than external. The concept of Superman's humanity has always been a central theme in his mythology. While his alien origins set him apart, his upbringing in Smallville taught him empathy, patience, and moral grounding. Absolute Superman builds on that foundation by suggesting that his human side is not only his greatest gift, but also his greatest risk. The dangerous impulse to act out of unchecked emotion is something every person can relate to, and seeing Superman wrestle with it allows readers to connect with him in a deeper way. Fans have responded strongly to the storyline, noting how it adds new layers to a character who has often been criticized for being too perfect. Discussions online highlight how compelling it is to see Superman portrayed not as an untouchable icon, but as a figure of moral struggle. The revelation of his dangerous impulse has sparked debates about whether this makes him more relatable or risks undermining his legacy as a flawless hero. Many readers argue that the nuance makes him stronger because it demonstrates that heroism is not about perfection but about the choices one makes in spite of imperfection. The artistic direction of Absolute Superman also reinforces the theme. Panels emphasize the duality of Superman's calm exterior and the fury simmering beneath the surface. Subtle changes in facial expression and body language illustrate how close he comes to crossing a line, even when he manages to pull back. The tension in these scenes underscores the danger of a Superman who might, even for a moment, stop holding back. Ultimately, the storyline reminds audiences that Superman's greatest power is not his strength, speed, or invulnerability, but his ability to remain grounded despite them. The most dangerous human impulse, the temptation to act out of anger or unchecked emotion, is one that he must face every day. By acknowledging this, Absolute Superman reframes the Man of Steel not as a perfect savior, but as a hero who struggles and chooses to rise above. For fans, this may be one of the most powerful portrayals of Superman yet, revealing that even in his flaws, he continues to inspire.